So I said that this Barcelona was the best team in the world, and people started calling me crazy on Twitter, on YouTube. You can see the video here in this channel. This is a brand new channel. I want you guys to subscribe. I want you guys to follow, to like, to comment. Barcelona, best team in the world right now. 4-1, we just beat Sevilla and we stand on business. Barcelona, Hansi Flick. This Hansi Flick Barcelona it stand on business and just gets the job done. 9 points in the last 3 games, and in 2025, I think Hansi Flick on that winter break went back to the drawing board and saw what was working at the beginning of the season, and it's going back to the Barcelona that used to start, in September, October, and this is the new Barcelona who is up for winning the treble this year. I think Champions League is very much in the makings for Barcelona. I am going basically on record and saying that Barcelona will win the 2025 Champions League. And I'm going to give you guys a fun fact about this Barcelona side that's going to give you, it's jaw dropping. I promise you this, stick around. But Barcelona, this 2025, it's on a major mission. 5 goals against Madrid, 5 goals against Betis, 5 goals against Benfica in that remontada we did in Benfica, 7-1 Valencia, 5-0 Valencia, 4-1 against Sevilla. It's absolutely overwhelming. This Barcelona side is absolutely overwhelming. It's incredible. And here is what I wanted to tell you. Okay? Besides the fact that we have 44 goals in 2025, this Barcelona does not score. This Barcelona side does not score 64 goals in 23 games since the 2014-2015 season. The last time, who was the team that did that? It was the MSN, Messi, Neymar, and Suarez. And guess what happened that year? They won the treble. They won the Champions League, they won the Copa del Rey, and they won La Liga. And I think Barcelona is on pace to do the same thing all over again. And this is my wild take. Tell me in the comments if I'm crazy. Tell me in the comments if you think we are going to make a comeback in La Liga. A lot of people are saying that Madrid are still the favorites to win La Liga. I don't care. But this Barcelona is on a mission. Today, we beat Sevilla and we didn't even play our best. We made mistakes. We played with 10 men on the field for like 30 minutes, and it's still 4-1. And Sevilla was playing great on the first half. Sevilla was exploiting the Hansi Flick famous high line. They were playing it to perfection and still only score 1 goal. But we still having issues. We didn't have the best game. I know the score there was very, very favorable for our team, even though we made mistakes. We made a lot of mistakes, and we are going to get into it. We are going to talk about every single thing that happened. But I wanted to leave you with this fact about this Barcelona. 9 victories in the last 11 games and 2 ties. We only tied twice, but we're still undefeated in the last 11 games. We are getting ready. So buckle up, get ready. This Barcelona side is on a mission. 2025. It's crazy how great it's been. We're going back to the September, October Barcelona. Let's keep it up. Comment down below if you think Barcelona can win the treble. Just comment treble or like and subscribe. Remember, we are trying to get to 50 subscribers so we can go live, so we can go and do watch alongs we want to do, or live reactions or instant reactions right after the game. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing, but I'm going to be doing a ton of Barcelona content. So make sure, guys, make sure you subscribe to this channel, and let's get into this table. Look, this is what I said. It's a Super Bowl weekend. That was a super weekend for Barcelona. We are 1 point away from Atletico Madrid, 2 points away from Real Madrid, with a Clásico pending, with a match against Atletico Madrid pending. The league is in our hands. we dictate what happens, and there's nothing better than being in a position where it's all on you, and you get to give it all your best to be able to win this league, and that's what Barcelona can do. And we are going to get into all the details from this match that I wanted to touch on. Obviously, everything important. This is a great cross from Rafinha to start the game in minute 7. And what I want to talk about here is Inigo Martinez. He made a great jump on the ball and was able to. Inigo Martinez has been so solid for this Barcelona and so important for Barcelona. It's incredible. And was able to hit it and give the assist to Robert Lewandowski, who I want to open up the comments and tell you guys, ask you guys, what do you guys think about Robert Lewandowski? I did not think that he had a great game, but the frustrating thing is you can't argue with his numbers. He just keeps delivering. He made another goal up to open up the score, even though he wasn't making runs. He was very static, he was very slow, he wasn't really trying to do much. He wasn't really doing much. I don't think that he was in rhythm with this offense, and I think it's one of the issues that we're having. But he keeps scoring, so this today it's an indictment on Lewandowski, how he can't move. His legs seem to be a little shot, and then he goes and scores like this. But I want to know from you guys. At the end of the match, we did play with a false nine, and to me, I love it, honestly. Um, this is one of the first controversial things that happened on this match was the offside, no offside from Araujo. I did think that Araujo is struggling, guys. I do think that Araujo does not know how to play this high line very well. Although I'm not putting this goal on him, but it's just a little telling that he's still not 100% buying into this highline thing, and he does not know how to play. When Inigo Martinez and Kubarsi were together, you can see how it works to perfection. We were able to catch Sevilla offside on a goal in the second half. But I wouldn't take this on Araujo. You can see the semi-automatic or whatever they're saying one thing, but then there's another image. This is the other thing, and you just don't even know nowadays. And this right after that play, we saw this one, and I do think that Chesney is playing better and better. The last 2 3 games, every game he has improved, and today was not the exception. He was perfect on this ball. He touched it before he even the forward had a chance to be able to maneuver. He was able to to make a touch on this ball, and a lot of people were saying that's a penalty kick. No, the guy was trying to sell the penalty kick, but it's not a penalty kick. He was trying to sell it after he saw what Chesney did by making a perfect save on this ball right here. And I feel bad for Araujo because he's not in rhythm, he's not in shape, and he wants to work really hard for this team, but he just he just keeps getting injured, and when he comes on, he's not the best defender. He's trying to be the best. He's trying to do his best, but just kind of feel it's kind of a shame for him. And but we can see as soon as Kubarsi came in for him, the big difference he was making in that game. And this is a bicycle kick where Chesney had a great save. The game is tied, guys. Remember, if he scores this goal, we're in trouble. And he was able to save it. He made a good read on the ball, and was able to knock it out. And that would have been an amazing goal, by the way. So the game is tied, right? This is one thing I want to say about how we dominated at halftime. But I want to say about Hansi Flick, guys. Hansi Flick, it's made of the right stuff. He's not afraid to make moves. He's not afraid to make adjustments. He's not afraid to make tweaks and turns on this team and this squad. And this is what I applaud, and it, you know, it's taken for granted a lot of times, and you can see how Madrid is struggling to make changes quick. Ancelotti is not, he's so hesitant. He's only coach that makes changes, the latest changes and the latest subs in the whole entire La Liga, and this is why I applaud. This is not what, the Hansi Flick goes on halftime and he wants to make adjustments. He wants to see what's working, what's not working. He's not afraid to pull the trigger, and then he pulled Gavi. I actually thought Fermin was going to start this game because Fermin has been playing extremely well the last couple of games, and this is a game that Fermin could have started, and he gave Gavi the. Gavi didn't have a great game today. He didn't really do much, and you can tell as soon as Fermin came in 30 seconds into it, he scored this goal, this header. And Fermin, it's so underrated. If Fermin's name was Firmino, like a Brazilian name or something like that, I think he would be very very. We would give him a lot more credit. But this is another play where I want to highlight how Pedri, being the magician that he is, being the best player in the world, being the best midfielder in the world. To me, Pedri is having a, a great season, a season of a Ballon d'Or type of season. Not saying that he's gonna win it, but I want him nominated and I want him to be top five because a lot of things that he does they go underrated and they go and it's taken for granted very very much. Look, this not just a pass. This is a timing thing. He waits and he knows when Fermin or Lewandowski are gonna get to this ball. Fermin is the one that ends up with it in 30 seconds into it, guys, and he's already scoring, he's already making a change, and you can see how electrifying this Barcelona side was when he came on, and it was such a shame because he was the one that made a mistake and actually got a red card. And this is another example where Barcelona gets scored on, but we were playing the high line to perfection because we have Cubarsi, we have Inigo Martinez, and we have the back four that we always had the best back four, I should say, which Inigo, Cubarsi, Balde, and Kunde, and we were able to catch them offside, and you can see right here where he's off, and you can see Kuvarsi is the last one, the last man, but he knows how to draw him off sides, obviously, and that's the only shame with Araujo. He wants to be with this team. He wants to be the best defender he can be, but this is one of the reasons why he left himself an out when he signed the contract because he wants to play for. I believe he wants to play for another team next season. Um, but let me know what you guys think as far as Araujo and why not. Very very controversial refereeing in this game. Everybody on Twitter was wanting this to be a penalty kick for Sevilla, but this is very very soft, guys. This is as soft as it gets. He feels Conde's hand and arm in his back, and he just goes for it and he's trying to sell it, but nothing to see here, honestly. This is what Kubarsi can do, and he's doing such a great job. And he sees the field, guys, just unlike any other defender out there, to be honest with you. I love how he sees Rafinha, and Rafinha didn't even have his best game. Rafinha was actually struggling in this game. He didn't have any great chances. He wasn't making the right plays, and you can see here he goes to the left, to the right, and he cuts out, and then he just shoots it, man. Like he's a lefty, and he made this with his basically right foot, and he just crosses it, and there's nothing that the goalkeeper can do here. And what a golazo from Rafinha! He always just seems to find a way in crunch time when we need it the most. The game is 2-1. They had just scored a goal against us that was called offsides, and now Rafinha makes this goal, and always goal lasso, and he makes a banger, man. Like it just this is just a banger from Rafinha. He's having a Ballon d'Or type of season. First, for to me, he's the number one. Salah number two. I would have Lamine or Pedri number three. This it goes to show you the kind of team that Barcelona has right now. It's just insane. Um, and then we do want to talk about this red card. And one thing I want to say is the only thing stopping this team is this team itself. And this is a great example of a player who's kind of ashamed because he was playing so well. Now he can't play for two more games, and it's so unnecessary. 3-1. He did get the ball first, but he leaving his feet extended. You gotta bring him back. If he brings them back, that's a yellow. You keep him extended and you go all the way, and you take him down like that. That's always gonna be a red card. But my only issue with La Liga is that Ceballos yesterday was even worse, and he didn't even get a red card. He got a yellow, and the bar didn't want to look at it. So inconsistency to me, both of them are a red card. Ceballos against Atleti, and this one right here, and only that's the frustrating part, right? Like, of course we get the red card, not Real Madrid, but I think both of them were a red card, to be honest. And yeah, you can see right here that's a bad one. It's kind of a shame because he was having such an electric game. He changed the pace of the game, and he just couldn't stay there for the team. And so at the end of on the second half, this is what Hansi Flick, and this is what I'm talking about. He's not afraid to pull Lewandowski. He's not afraid to pull Gavi. He puts Olmo in the play pretty well. Eric Garcia, guys, what can we say? I mean, he just keeps earning a spot. He just keeps earning minutes. He's just a quarterback type of save. Or Eric, it's just he just fits in this system and this team so well, and it puts in perspective Araujo and Eric Garcia. You can see one player struggling and one playing that fits like a glove, and you can't even argue with it. So to me, Eric Garcia and coming on and scoring. I do want to talk about Lamine Jamal as well. To be honest with you, I should just stick on this image because Lamine Jamal needs to work on his finishing. If he does what Rafinha did, I think it's over for the world because Rafinha wasn't really scoring that many goals last season or the season before last, and this season he just flipped the switch. I would ask Rafinha if I'm Lamine Jamal. I would ask Rafinha how he's doing that because if Lamine Jamal can do that, I think he's putting too much pressure into himself. He wants to be the hero. He wants to be, and I understand he has the makings, he has the talent, and I do understand what he's trying to do, but he's overthinking it right now. He wants to score, and he's trying to score when he can pass, and that's my only issue. Like sometimes there's two players on a diagonal cross, and he's not doing that, and I want him to do that. And that's the only thing Lamin Jamal. But Lamin Jamal is 17 years old. He's gonna get better. He's gonna be much smarter than that. And I think once he does it, that's the thing with this team. Is like Lamin Jamal didn't have a great game. Rafinha didn't have a great game. Lewandowski didn't have a great game. Like you can argue that a front three didn't have a great game, and we still score 4 points, guys. How does that feel? Let me know down in the comments. Like it's for real. Like let's just be real. This Barcelona didn't play its best and still score 4 points. It goes to show you the kind of offense that we have. To be quite honest with you. This is the Eddie Garcia goal and on a cross from Rafinha. I'm glad Olmo didn't get a touch because if he did had he didn't it did it would have been offside. And Eddie Garcia, he's just getting it done, man. Like he same thing with the comeback we did in Benfica. He just keeps scoring. Not only he comes on the field and plays well, but he's scoring, guys. Like it's crazy to me. Like so many, all of a sudden we didn't have that, and now we're deep. We're deeper than any other team out there because players that are coming on are playing so well. and same thing with Dani Olmo and everything. This is a Super Bowl weekend, but it was super weekend for Barcelona. I'm so glad we were able to get this victory. Like I said in the preview, no matter how, we needed to win. We needed to make this a big run for La Liga. Now we don't have a game in the Champions League until March, so we can focus on this comeback. And I do think it's gonna be tougher now because I think the schedules in La Liga are pretty easy for the top teams, but you never know. This is why you play the games. And Messi was in attendance at the Super Bowl with a Mahomes shirt. No luck, they lost. But Messi is all aura. Everybody in the NFL was talking about Messi, their images, their posts, their Twitter, their tweets, and everything. And unfortunately, the Chiefs lost. I actually had some money on the Chiefs, and I thought Mahomes can pull it off, and I was completely wrong. But anyway, back to us. This is your Barcelona. Leave a comment, leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. We're trying to get to 50 subscribers. This is it for now. And as always, Bizca El Barça.